Welcome back, Gameyaaad family. Thank you again for joining us for another video. In this video we will be sharing with you the roundups for the games between the Jamaica Scorpions and the Guyana Harpy Eagles, as well as the Trinidad and Tobago Red Force against the West Indies Academy. And the left arm spin twin of Veerasammy Permaul and Gudakesh Motie, they would have starred in that game to lead the Guyana Harpy Eagles to a 214-run win over the Jamaica Scorpions at the Sabina Park Stadium in Jamaica, and that would have been the fourth day in the fourth round of matches. Now, the Scorpions, they would have entered day 4 on 179 for 3 in 48 overs, and they fend off the Guyanese bowlers, through to lunch, but they were bowled out soon in the second session of the day, and they were skittled out for 274 in 85 overs. Now, Kirk McKenzie would have started with the bat. In fact, he would have entered the final day on 104 not out, and he would have made 147 before falling off the bowling of Permaul in the 82nd over. Now, Brad Barnes also chipped in with a fighting 25 of 75 balls, and Motie would have finished with figures of 4 for 69 in 25 overs, while Permaul would have finished with 3 for 50 from 17 overs. Ronaldo Alimohamed would have also picked up 3 for 52 of 12 overs to finish the match with match figures of 9 for 69. Right, the Harpy Eagles will next host the Windward Islands Volcanoes in round 5, while the Scorpions will travel to Antigua to face the West Indies Academy. Now, with that loss, the Scorpions have lost now 3 games on the trot. Right, they would have started out with a win, and then they would have lost 3 games on the trot. In the match figures, or the scores in the match would have been Guyana Harpy Eagles, they would have made 339 all out from 109.2 overs, with Kevlan Anderson scoring a century of 116, while Matthew Nandu would have scored 61, and Kemal Savory would have scored 48. Odin Smith would have taken a 5-for in that first innings with 5 for 68, while Markino Minley supported with 2 for 36, and Tamari Redwood would have taken 2 for 109. The Scorpions, in their reply, were bundled out for just 44 runs, with Ronaldo Alimohamed with 6 for 17 and Niall Smith 4 for 21. The Harpy Eagles, in their second innings, they would have made 193 for 3 declare, right, in 69.3 overs, with Tajan Ryan Shandapal with 74, and Kevlan Anderson again with an half century, 50 not out, and Tevin Imlach would have made 31. The Jamaica Scorpions, in their second innings, were skittled out for 274 of 85 overs, with Kirk McKenzie getting 147. Really happy for Kirk McKenzie, for getting a big one in this game, even though it was, for a losing cause. But, it's good when, batters really stand up in the middle and score runs, right? Especially your top order, right? And Brandon King would have made 53. Gudakesh Motie would have taken 4 for 69, and Veerasammy Permaul 3 for 50. Ronaldo Alimohamed 3 for 52. And I know that batting second in this game, it would have been a tough one for the Jamaica Scorpions. We see how, you know, Bangladesh would have used the conditions well in that second test against the West Indies at Sabina Park. And I know Motie and Veerasammy Permaul would have been, you know, very, very tough to handle in this second innings. But well played to Kirk McKenzie, and also Brandon King getting 50 there in the second innings as well. But the Scorpions, they, you know, need to spend time in the middle. I think they are not applying themselves properly to the conditions there. I mean, this is a 4-day game, it's not a T20 game, and some of the batters just, you know, not applying themselves to the game or to the nature of the game, and so that is what is causing, you know, the poor performance by the Jamaica Scorpions team. Let us jump over now to the match between the Trinidad and Tobago Red Force against the West Indies Academy. Now, I believe this game was in the balance on the final day, but Brian Charles would have taken matters in his own hand, and he produced a masterful spell of off-spin bowling to guide the Trinidad and Tobago Red Force to a comfortable 125-run victory over the West Indies Academy. Charles would have taken a stunning 6 for 47, dismantling the Academy's batting lineup as they crumbled to 152 all out, and that was well short of their target of 278 runs. It was expected to be a tense battle after the Red Force, who would have started the day on 218 for 9, managed to get only 23 runs in the morning session, and they would have set up a potentially tricky chase, but Charles made sure that there was no last day drama as he secured his second best first class bowling figures in just 13.3 overs. The Academy, fresh off a solid first innings total of 268, would have fancied their chances in mounting a serious challenge, right? However, from the moment Charles got the ball in his hand, their hopes faded quickly. In fact, the collapse started early as Charles and pace bowler Anderson Phillips ripped through the top and middle order. Charles struck first, removing Mbeki Joseph for 7, Carlan Bowell Tuckett for 7, and Jordan Johnson for a duck, while Phillips accounted for Justin Jagassar for 4 and Rivaldo Clark for 1. Captain Akeem Ogis, he offered, you know, the lone resistance at the top with 30 runs, and he was caught off Joshua James, and the Academy would have found themselves reeling at 77 for 6. First innings century maker Joshua Bishop would have, you know, hoped that he could repeat his heroics, but his stay was short-lived on this occasion as Jaden Seals would have bowled him for 12, went with the scores on 77 for 7. With the game all but lost, Johan Lane provided late entertainment, smashing 3 sixes and a 4 in a 14-ball cameo worth 24, while Charles sent him packing as well, you know, with a disguised straighter delivery. Still, the Academy refused to fold quietly. Jediah Blaze contributed 24 from 21 balls, included 3 sixes in a 38-run 9th wicket stand with Nathan Edwards, who would have made 16 not out. But they only briefly delayed the inevitable. The 29-year-old Charles struck again, removing Jediah Blades before sealing the game when he had Kelvin Pittman for 5 caught behind in what was another reminder of his match-winning abilities. His performance was supported by Anderson Phillips, 2 for 21, Jaden Seals, 1 for 48, and James would have taken 1 for 11. Played their part in keeping the pressure on. And so that was a stunning spell of off-spin bowling there by Brian Charles, right? 6 for 47, to send the West Indies Academy packing in this 4th round fixtures. All right, so congratulations to the Trinidad and Tobago Red Force for sealing that victory. All right, so thank you so much for joining us. Hope that this video would have been beneficial to you. Know that some of you may not have the time to watch the full game, so I try to provide these roundups so that you can have an appreciation of what would have transpired in each day. Right, thank you so much for joining us. Please stay tuned because I will be going through the statistics at the end of the 4th round. Stay tuned for that video and pleasant viewing. God bless and peace and blessings, everyone.
Belo, 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 belo.